A Richmond County detective organizes a veterans walk at Hinson Lake. Phil Spec employees go pink, and the Lady Raider volleyball team sweeps Purnell Swett from the SAC tournament. I'm Sierra McQueen Fowler for Live at 5. Richmond County's nightly news starts right now. After participating in the No Barriers expedition for veterans in Asheville this past May, Richmond County Sheriff's Office Detective James Hamby decided to organize something similar back home. Hamby, a 12-year Marine veteran, was inspired to create a walk for a purpose to help veterans and others who struggle with disabilities. The event, scheduled for 10 a.m. on November the 2nd at Hinson Lake, will be one of many similar walks taking place across the United States that connect with the Walk with the Warriors held in Denver, Colorado, which helps veterans through the No Barriers USA Foundation. Walk for a Purpose will include one full lap around Hinson Lake, with Hamby speaking about his experiences along the way. There is no fee to enter, but donations will be accepted. Music and food will also be provided free of charge. Anyone interested in walking can register by logging on to walkwithwarriors.org and click on Walk for a Purpose to join the team. No one will be turned away at the morning of the walk. Donations will go to No Barriers USA to fund future expeditions in order to help other veterans. Employees at one local manufacturer on Friday showed support for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Several workers at Phil Spec wore pink, while others donned pink ribbons made by housekeeper Linda McDonald. McDonald and her daughter Gail Ingram are both breast cancer survivors. October is designated National Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and according to the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, aside from skin cancer, breast cancer is the most common cancer among American women. The Ellerby plant is one of 3 in the world operated by Canada-based Phil Spec. Although Tiffany Neal had a 3-year friendship with what was to become her husband, she never saw all his sides, including the abusive side, until they started dating. Neal shared her story Monday during New Horizons Life and Family Services annual domestic violence candlelight vigil in front of the old Richmond County Courthouse. She said the verbal abuse started about 6 months into the courtship, but she didn't recognize it as such. Despite years of abuse, she stayed. The pair had 2 daughters, the first in 2014 and the second in 2017. When she left in labor at a gas station because he was drunk, Neal said she decided at that point that she was no longer in love with him. Still, she stayed. However, she did realize that she had to work on bettering herself. Finally, 2 years later, when the kids almost witnessed the abuse, Neal said she had to do something. She credits the counseling from New Horizons for helping her recover from the ordeal. Those services, according to Executive Director Karen Bostic, are free of charge. Like Neal, there are many women and men who stay in violent relationships for various reasons. The staff of New Horizons paraded in front of the gathered crowd, displaying small posters with some of those reasons. New Horizons also gave thanks and small gifts to the first responders and those in the justice system who sometimes put their lives on the lines while helping these victims. The event concluded with a release of purple and black balloons, each bearing the name and weapon used in the death of one of the 47 people killed in North Carolina domestic violence incidents so far this year. When we return, we've got your Live at 5 weather report. It's coming up right after the break, so stay tuned.
Richmond Community College's Electric Utility Substation and Relay Technology program is a game changer. Established as a partnership between Richmond CC and Duke Energy in 2011, this innovative, one-of-a-kind program was created to address the nation's growing demand for technicians capable of working on the protective relaying that controls America's high-voltage power grid. While entry-level technicians in the utility industry normally require 5 years of training, Richmond CC's 2-year program was crafted specifically to cut the training time in half and fast-tracked its students toward high-skill, high-wage jobs in the industry. Graduates of the EUSRT degree program are making between $50,000 and $75,000 in their first year of employment. As lead instructor Steve Lampley said, "We have the program, we have the jobs, now we need more students." Enroll in Richmond Community College's Electric Utility Substation and Relay Technology today.
At Richmond County Hospice, we strive to provide high-quality care to our patients and their families. Whether it's the incredible hospitality at the Haven House or from the comfort of your own home, you can count on hospice to be there for you. We also offer monthly grief support groups, and our chaplain will be there to hold your hand in prayer. Through our amazing staff and our volunteers, hospice has made difficult times easier for our community. Call the number on your screen if you feel that you or your loved one may benefit from our services. Richmond County Hospice. Peace, comfort, dignity.
Your Live at 5 weather report is brought to you by RO Yellow, Richmond County's new online business directory, and keeping up with the Spirit Week at Richmond Senior High School for homecoming this Friday. It is Character/Celebrity Day, and I decided to take the opportunity to wear my Hogwarts robes straight from Hogwarts itself. Decided to wear them today. Figured it'd be great, and got my wand with me to do some little magic here with the weather. I don't know if I can get the weather to magically look great for the rest of the week, but we'll see how that goes here in just a moment. But how about Tuesday evening tonight? We're looking at 6 o'clock with 75 degrees with partly cloudy skies, and then at 9 o'clock still a little bit cloudy. Of course, there is a meteor shower, a really nice one happening this weekend, or actually throughout the rest of this week rather. But with the cloud coverage, it's going to be very difficult to see any of it. That's really unfortunate because I was actually looking forward to it myself, but right now we're not going to be able to see those very clearly at all with the clouds in the sky. But it'll be 64 degrees at 9 o'clock. And take a look at the highs and the lows for tomorrow, starting in Fayetteville with a high of 69, low of 45. Down in Lumberton will be a high of 70, low of 45. Rayford's going to be a high of 69, low of 43. And then Southern Pines will be a high of 68 and a low of 41. And then finally, Laurinburg will be a high of 71, low of 43. Now, taking a look over on the western side of the Sandhills, LRB will be a high of 68, low of 41. Rockingham Hamlet will be a high of 69, low of 40. Bennettsville will be a high of 70, low of 43. And then Wadesboro is going to be a high of 69 and a low of 42. And of course, sunny skies all throughout the day tomorrow. Taking a look at the forecast for the next 7 days, however, we're looking at plenty of good weather coming up, especially for Friday when this homecoming parade be around the afternoon time. That's going to be taking place here in downtown Rockingham, and the football game will be at night as well. So Friday's looking very, very well. But before we get to there, Wednesday will be sunny skies with a high of 69, low of 40. Thursday will be a high of 70, low of 46, and then of course Friday high of 71, low of 51 with partly cloudy skies. Now of course that's not the only thing that's happening this weekend. Seaboard Festival is happening Saturday. It'll be a 30% chance of rain in the afternoon and 30% chance in the evening. So hopefully that will hold up as well, because I'm sure everyone in Richmond County is looking forward to the Seaboard Festival. Of course, it's going to be a really great one this year, I believe. So I'm looking forward to it myself. But partly cloudy skies right now, but there is a chance of rain that could happen. And Sunday is going to be a 30% chance throughout the day and the evening as well, with a high of 72, low of 60. And then Monday, also 30% chance in the day, but no chance at night. Be a high of 71, low of 62. And then Tuesday, finally, we are expecting some good rain showers to pop up with about a 4% chance of it happening. High of 72, low of 59. So once again, homecoming and the football game itself, the parade, all of that looking pretty good for Friday. Saturday might be just a little bit dreary outside, but still should be good to go. I think it'll be enough for people to be able to get through it for this Seaboard Festival. But that's going to do it for your Live at 5 weather report. When we return, we've got your Live at 5 weather report. We've got your sports on the way right after this. I'm just going ahead and disapparate. Goodbye.
McNair Auto Sales is the place to buy your pre-owned car, truck, or van. To be the best, it takes big selection, friendly staff, and great pricing. We guarantee a no-hassle buying experience, and financing is available right on site. So come see us today. We're located at 1026 East Broad Avenue in Rockingham. And remember, with over 40 years of experience, you know McNair is the name you can trust.
Circulars and coupons are now available at richmondobserver.com. Check out our Circulars tab to find deals and discounts from your favorite local retail, department, and grocery stores. Be sure to check back every week for the latest on clothes, food, and other items. And the best part is, they're free.
Hometown heroes, Well, maybe. When it comes to backyard comfort and no pesky mosquitoes, call Brown Termite and Pest Control at 910-895-6410 or 910-276-8870. Their team of superheroes can take back control of your paradise. That's 910-895-6410 today.
Richmond's varsity volleyball team accomplished what head coach Ashley Larson wanted to do in the opening round of the SAC tournament on Monday. The Lady Raiders made quick work of visiting Purnell Swett, sweeping the Lady Rams in straight sets. The win marked the third time this season Richmond defeated its SAC opponent from Pembroke, but its second sweep in as many tries as was its 13th straight win over Purnell Swett dating back to September of 2014. With a potential heavy slate over the course of the next week with more conference tournament games and the state playoffs beginning, Larson said a 3-set win was most beneficial for her team in order for her players to preserve some energy down the stretch. Up next for the Lady Raiders will be number 2 Scotland as the SAC tournament continues tonight. What will serve as the rubber match between the two rival teams, the Lady Raiders will travel to Laurinburg and look to bounce the Lady Fighting Scots. First serve is set at 6 p.m. A handful of tough holes didn't shake the confidence of Haley Miller on Monday as the number 1 Lady Raider golfer punched her ticket to return to her 3rd consecutive state championship tournament. The lone Lady Raider golfer to qualify for the regional round, Miller and head coach Keith Parsons ventured to Pinehurst number 7 for the 4A Central Regional Tournament. Playing in a field of 48 golfers, Miller's score of 94 was 9 strokes below the cut line as she finished 10th among individual golfers not on a qualifying team. Although it wasn't her best score of the season, Miller toughed it out down the stretch and will look to make a run at the individual state championship next week. The 4A state championship will be held on October 28th and 29th at Pinehurst number 5. Miller and her fellow SAC golfers have already played that course twice this season, seeing Miller post her season best score of 90. Last year, Miller finished tied for 29th with a 36-hole score of 171. Monday's road trip for the Raider boys soccer team proved to be a beneficial one as the Raiders inched one step closer to ending the regular season on a high note. Having spent the past month trying to clamber out an early season hole and climb back up the SAC standings, the Raiders helped their cause and pitched their first regulation shutout of the season with a 3-0 win over 71st. The win marked the team's 7th win in its last 9 games against conference opponents, and the Raiders now sit alone in 3rd place and 1 game ahead of Jack Brett, a team that they've beaten twice this season. The last time the Raiders played the Falcons, they notched a season-high 5 goals, but 3 goals from 3 different players would be enough on Monday. Richmond will now prepare to close the end of the regular season at home Wednesday against rival Scotland. The Raiders will host their annual senior night with this season's 13 seniors set to be recognized ahead of the start of the game. Richmond and Scotland will go underway at 7 p.m. And that's going to do it for tonight's edition of Live at 5. For the latest news, sports, and events happening in Richmond County, visit richmondobserver.com or download the free RO app for your mobile devices. For the Live at 5 crew, I'm Sierra McQueen Fowler. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow. Good night, Richmond County.